It is very overwhelming for me to come back to this place. This is my alma mater. I walked into this very building, uh, looks like the same, 11 years ago, just as a medical student, newly inducted. Uh, 11 years after that, I am back at this place in a very different role, in a very different capacity. So it is fortunate for me. It is overwhelming for me to be at this place. Uh, I have come unprepared. I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to share my raw thoughts on this subject, what really matters, uh, the decisions and the values that shape our life. So I'm going to speak about the decisions we take, whether hard or the other choices we make, easy or tough choices we make in our lives, driven by the values we have. We possess them maybe genetically, we acquire them along our way, and the very short life we have in this world to actualize this whole thing. So, for a moment, just think about this fact that if you have to make a choice between two things, uh, maybe a tough choice or an easy choice, uh, a choice, decide between staying in Pakistan, moving out, continuing the career you have right now, or make a transition to another career. Or maybe at some point you have to choose between two people that you want to have a relationship with. So the life is all about the decisions we make. Most of the times we believe that if you have to decide between two things, is that thought process in our minds that this one decision is easy, maybe the other decision is tough, or maybe we don't even know the outcome of any of those decisions. So maybe we go with the easier one, but even don't know the outcome of that. Otherwise, we may go with the tough one, but we have some sort of anxiety or a fear attached with it. So maybe it gets very overwhelming for us to take that decision. But eventually we are put in that position in our lives that we have to take that decision. I started as a medical student. I became a doctor. I worked as a doctor in this hospital, did my house job there. Uh, but I then transitioned into being a civil servant, did my CSS in 2022, and now that I'm working in a very different capacity. What it took me to have that transition? Was it an easy choice for me? Was it a difficult choice for me? Uh, did I know the outcome of that? No, nobody knows the outcome of the decisions they take in life. It is but the values we have that are that drive those decisions we take. Values like convictions, value like commitment, honesty, integrity, very cliche words that we hear in our lives daily, humility, uh, all those values. But we need to look into ourselves first. What what decisions we want to take and what kind of the values that are needed to take these decisions. And most importantly, it is the courage to take a tough decision in life. And they say that if you say yes to a tough choice you make, you must be brave enough to get along with that, to see the result of that decision. I mean, you can't change, you take a decision and you can't just leave it the midway and then just go on, take another decision in life. If you're not brave enough to first see the outcome of the decisions you have taken at the first place. So the values are very important. The conviction that is needed, the commitment that is needed. Most of the times, the kind of the attitude we have being the young in our 20s, maybe in our early 30s, uh, is what we believe that we need to have a laid back life, an easy life, and that we don't have to go about take the tougher decisions in life because we have some sort of anxiety attached to it. I mean, most of us have anxiety attached to it. Even coming to this stage, deciding to, being here as a speaker, it was a tough decision for me as well, because we believe that it's going to be a very tough speaking in front of you, uh, sharing my thought, standing here for next 10 15 minutes. I mean, most of us have this that sort of stage anxiety as well. But we have to take that decision, and we have to step up in our lives so that we can go about what we want to achieve in our lives. See, one important thing is that we nobody from us, from the audience, including me, knows the outcome of our life in next 10 years, maybe 20 years. But at least we have something to start with, and we can add value to it along the way. We just can't just leave that situation in the start, maybe midway, until we have reached the final destination of it. it Eventually, what we want to achieve in our life. I transition into being a civil servant. Mostly, we know we have something attached to being a civil servant in Pakistan, is that there is some sort of privilege, prestige, authority, and power attached to it. So most of the times, I'm being asked this question that you were doing well as a doctor. You could have like gone to US, uh, maybe have a better life there. Why did you choose being a civil servant? I belong to Pakistan Administrative Service. Uh, it is one of the driving forces in Pakistan, administrative wise, in the policy making and in the policy execution. So, why did you go for it? Was it the authority and the power you wanted to have in life? And I ask myself that question again and again, like, do I really want that sort of privilege or the authority in life? Or actually I want to serve the purpose for what I have been sent in this world. Um, I want to make a change in the lives of the people. I could have done that being a doctor as well, but my scope of achieving that goal was very limited at that time. I could see a couple of patients daily, uh, but overall, I could not make any impact in the transformation of the health sector in Pakistan. So I thought I could shift through that profession, and maybe, and I know that for myself, and everybody knows in Pakistan, that this kind of the scope and the influence you have being a civil servant is much greater. But the values that I attached to that decisions were not at all about the prestige or the privilege or the authority that we usually see around us in Pakistan. It was like I could have a much more influence in changing people's life. I mean, by the end of my training in this December, I'll be posted to Sindh. So the choice was between moving to US. I mean, I could have been working in Chicago as a medical doctor. Four of my very good friends, my batchmates, with whom I started my preparation of the CSS, they are all in US. So I could have gone there, live a better life. I mean, have a very good weekend at the end of the day. But I'll be going to Sin next early next year. So I'll be posted to somewhere in maybe Ghotki or an area like that, living a very closed life. So was it a good decision? What kind of authority and the influence I can use there, or the cliche power that we see that is attached with the civil servants in Pakistan, how I'm going to exercise there. But the fact is that I am going to bring a certain change in the lives of those people that are living in the sin, maybe bring some sort of policy implementation there. That's the tough choice I took. Instead of moving out of this country, I decided to stay back, bring some sort of change in the people's life, and the values that I believe that have the driving force behind it were the conviction, the commitment to serve people, the integrity which is needed in Pakistan by the police implementers, and so on. We can have a very personalized individual experience to that thing. One important thing that I want to highlight here is the short life that we have in this world. and that how we waste it in the useless stuff that we do in our daily lives. I would like to quote something from Seneca. In one of his works, he writes on the shortness of life. He writes that you live in this world as if you were destined to live here forever, as if the thought of the frailty of life does not even go by yourself, as you squander the time that you have, just like you draw that time from the abundant supply. We don't have the abundant supply of the time we have in our life. We have a very short life in this world. And if we don't make the most out of it, it is going to be wasted in one way or the other way. So wasting time would be another thing that is not going to add any value to your lives. So we waste our times laying back, doing the useless stuff. I mean, scrolling through the Instagram or the social media, or having a very laid back Sunday, or sipping the coffee all the time, or in the useless thought process that we keep in our minds all the time. The important thing at the end of the day is the time that you have is very precious. You don't squander it. The values you develop, you actualize them in your real life. So we hear these words very much in our lives, that we have this honesty, integrity, and everything. But when it comes to actualize them in the life, you actually show them to the people, that the value, the qualities and the values you possess. And lastly, the decisions to make in life. You make a tough decision, you stick to it. And if you brave enough, if not brave enough to take that decision, don't take it on the first hand. But if you want to uh, achieve something in life, go for it. I mean, at the end of the day, it is going to be you who is going to take those decisions, who is going to have to see the outcomes of it. And if you don't, if you have certain goal in your mind, if you have certain objectives in your mind, uh, you do them, you achieve them, you work for them, and that's all about it. Thank you so much.